Let's be honest about what is happening right now. The internet is going in on Papoose, and not in a small way, not quietly. His name is trending across blogs, gossip pages, and endless comment sections. The reason? A very public romantic gesture that many people believe crossed the line from sweet to embarrassing. If you somehow missed it, here's what sparked the chaos. A small plane flew across the sky carrying a giant message that read, "Papoose loves Claressa." The words were large enough for everyone nearby to see clearly. The Claressa in that sentence is Claressa Shields, the world champion boxer known for her strength, discipline, and dominance in the ring. Under normal circumstances, a man hiring a plane to display a love message might seem dramatic, but romantic. Grand gestures have always existed. The issue here isn't just the gesture itself. It's the timing. It's the history. And it's the unresolved legal reality hovering over everything. As far as the public can tell, Papoose is still legally married to Remy Ma. There has been talk of separation, tension, and marital problems. There have been rumors of divorce. But no finalized paperwork has been clearly presented to the public confirming that the marriage is legally over. So when people saw a married man declaring love in the sky for another woman, reactions were immediate and intense. To put it mildly, the internet has not shown much mercy. At first, many fans tried to make sense of Papoose and Claressa being around each other by holding on to a simple explanation. For months, the circulating narrative was that he was helping manage her career. Strictly business. Maybe close, maybe friendly, but professional. That explanation gave supporters something reasonable to believe. It allowed people to say, "Okay, this might look unusual, but it's work." That defense worked for a while. But once you hire a plane to broadcast affection in giant letters across the sky, the just business explanation starts to collapse. Add to that a luxury bracelet for Valentine's Day and social media posts referring to her as his girlfriend, and the situation no longer looks professional. It looks romantic, loudly romantic. Let's slow down and examine the sky message itself. Most people, when expressing love in a big way, would write something simple and direct, like, "I love you." That feels intimate. It sounds like someone speaking from the heart. Instead, the message read, "Papoose loves Claressa," written in the third person. That detail alone has people thinking, why write your own name as if you are introducing yourself? Why not make it personal? To many viewers, it sounded more like branding than emotion, almost like a headline or a slogan. Some even said it felt like a press statement floating in the air rather than a romantic confession. Whether intentional or not, wording matters. It created emotional distance. It felt less like a man speaking privately to a woman, and more like a public announcement meant to trend. Then came the bracelet. Reports claim he gifted Claressa a Van Cleef & Arpels bracelet for Valentine's Day, a brand widely recognized for luxury and high price points. This wasn't a small, casual present. It was the kind of jewelry that makes people pause. But online detectives quickly zoomed in on every detail. They analyzed the box, the packaging, the presentation. Almost immediately, theories began forming. Some questioned whether the item was authentic. Others went further and suggested that Claressa might have purchased it herself. That speculation spread quickly through comment sections. Why would people assume that? Because for years, there have been ongoing rumors about Papoose's finances. During his marriage, many believed that Remy Ma was the primary earner. She performed, hosted events, and maintained a steady presence in the industry. If that shared financial dynamic changed, people naturally began asking how these grand gestures were being funded. Whether those assumptions are fair or not, the internet does not hesitate to speculate. Social media loves its own investigations. Then came the hashtag that truly intensified criticism: Papoose's girlfriend. That phrase made critics even louder because, as far as the public knows, he is still legally married. Without visible divorce documentation, publicly labeling someone else as your girlfriend feels messy to many observers. It suggests that one chapter hasn't fully closed before another has clearly begun. And then there was the Valentine's dinner. Instead of an ultra-private evening at a five-star location, the setting appeared simple: plastic containers, basic food, nothing extravagant. There is absolutely nothing wrong with a low-key celebration. But when paired with skywriting and high-end jewelry, the contrast felt confusing to some viewers. Over the top in one moment, casual in the next. Another detail people noticed was the presence of cameras and friends. The moment did not appear intimate. It looked documented, filmed, almost produced. That gave some the impression that the experience was created for social media consumption, rather than shared privately between two people. When Claressa later said she froze after seeing her name in the sky, fans split into two camps. Some believed she was overwhelmed and touched. Others studied her facial expression in the clips and claimed she looked uncertain, more confused than emotional. Then there was a strange hashtag referencing Valentine's Day 2026, which added yet another layer of confusion. Was it a typo? A joke? A hint about the future? Social media users ran with every possible interpretation. Now let's step back and look at the larger picture. Why would Papoose make such a bold, public move knowing how it would be received? Some critics believe it's about relevance. For years, his public identity was deeply tied to his loyalty to Remy Ma. He was known as the devoted husband who stood by her during her incarceration. That image earned him respect. It became part of his brand. When that marriage appeared to crumble, his narrative shifted. Being connected to someone as successful and visible as Claressa Shields keeps his name circulating. She is not just any athlete. She is an undisputed champion with serious accolades and earnings. Associating himself with her ensures attention. That is one interpretation. Another possibility is simpler. Maybe they genuinely care about each other and decided not to hide it. Maybe the sky message felt authentic to them, even if it looked dramatic to everyone else. The problem is that when love becomes public theater, people feel invited to judge it. Timing plays a major role in the criticism. If you were clearly divorced, reactions might be less severe. The absence of visible closure makes everything look rushed, and reputation complicates it further. For years, Papoose was praised for loyalty. Fans admired how he supported Remy Ma during her prison sentence. That history makes this shift harder for many people to process. It raises uncomfortable questions. Was that loyalty entirely genuine, or was part of it connected to public image? When someone builds their brand around faithfulness, sudden change creates doubt. There are also whispers about influence within the relationship. Some observers believe Claressa may be adjusting aspects of herself to fit into it. Conversations about cooking, weight goals, and lifestyle shifts have raised eyebrows. In one clip, a friend mentioned her preparing breakfast for him. That detail, highlighted publicly, sparked commentary. There was also discussion about weight goals. As a professional athlete, Claressa's body is central to her career. When fans hear comments about specific numbers, some wonder whether outside pressure is involved. None of these theories are confirmed. But once the public starts connecting dots, the narrative grows. The comment sections have been brutal. Some call the entire situation a publicity stunt. Others describe it as desperate. A smaller group defends them, arguing that love doesn't have to make sense to outsiders. Underneath all the gossip, though, is a deeper conversation about modern relationships. We live in a time where romance often becomes content. If it isn't posted, people assume it didn't happen. Grand gestures are recorded. Gifts are displayed. Moments are shared instantly. The skywriting is a perfect example of that culture. Instead of a private declaration, it became a viral spectacle. The danger in that is simple. When love turns into performance, it becomes difficult to separate genuine emotion from branding. Did he do it because he truly felt it? Or because he knew it would trend? Is she embracing it because she feels cherished, or because attention feels powerful? No one outside of them knows the truth. But public display invites public speculation. There are also real-world consequences. Families are involved. Children are watching. Former partners are affected. These aren't fictional characters in a storyline. They are real people with real emotions. For Claressa, the stakes are particularly high. She is at the top of her sport. Focus is essential. Sponsors monitor public image. Ongoing drama can become a distraction. It can overshadow achievements inside the ring. If the relationship is authentic, it will have to withstand relentless noise. If it isn't, the fallout could damage both reputations. Looking ahead, relationships that begin while previous ones remain unresolved often face unique challenges. If divorce papers surface soon, criticism may calm. If not, tension will likely continue. Right now, everything feels dramatic and loud. But public opinion shifts quickly. Today's trending topic becomes tomorrow's forgotten headline. The sky message has already disappeared. The smoke has cleared. The bracelet will eventually be replaced by another story. What remains are consequences. If their connection is real, it will need to survive without constant spectacle. If it thrives only on attention, it may fade once the spotlight moves elsewhere. At the center of this story are three names: Papoose, Claressa Shields, and Remy Ma. One marriage appears broken. Another relationship is being loudly introduced. The legal details in between remain unclear. Is it love? Is it strategy? Could it be both? That's what everyone keeps debating. For now, the internet will continue to talk. Screenshots will circulate. Opinions will clash. And somewhere in the sky, where that message once floated, there is nothing left but clear air and lingering conversation.